be taking on this new role. I'm very grateful for the confidence of the AMO board and staff. I look forward to working with our members and our partner professional associations that comprise Ontario's truly remarkable municipal sector. It is humbling to follow in the footsteps of Pat Vanini. Pat has been a role model and a mentor, and someone I'm very proud to call a colleague and friend. I'm looking forward to leading AMO's fantastic team and staff, and to supporting the AMO board. As a sector, Ontario's municipal governments and our communities are the foundation of Ontario's prosperity. AMO's positive and constructive influence is as important now as it ever has been in our 120-year history. Thank you to our members for your support. Your support for AMO makes a world of difference. I'm excited about the future of AMO and its members, and I look forward to serving you in the years ahead. Thank you, and enjoy the conference.
Good morning again. This is now the formal annual general meeting for the conference. I will be updating you on the association's financial position and some key activities. Following this, there are 3 proposed amendments to AMO's bylaw, and they'll be presented for a vote by eligible delegates. And we'll conclude with a bit of staff leadership. And we've taken care of that, sorry. Here is my first commercial message to you. I strongly urge each of you, each municipal delegate, to spend time at the AMO and LAS booth. Don't just breeze by it, spend some time there, discover how you can save money by using their services. Yes, money and time. AMO and LAS are part of your municipal efficiency team. They are phenomenal help. I know this is I know this is firsthand because my municipality at the County of Simcoe uses 4 of the LAS services as the county's general manager of corporate performance, taking advantage of key solutions built, tested, delivered by this organization is very smart. I know the lower tiers in our county use their services and programs too. Here's another commercial message. Be in your seat on Tuesday morning at 9:25 for some more news from LAS. I also need to do a shout out for AMO's Municipal Employers Pension Centre of Ontario, MEPCO for short. It represents the municipal employers' interests in OMER's pension plan. It provides support to our representatives to the OMER's board, both the benefits and the investment and administrative side of this multi-billion-dollar corporation. Pension costs are a big part of municipal expenses. Know that MEPCO is working to represent you. Your support, including financial, is important to its work at representing municipal employers. Let me focus on AMO itself for a bit. The 2018 annual report sent to you last month contains both the financial statements and the board's strategic objectives and outcomes for last year. It is on our website and also on the conference mobile app. Referring to a few highlights, your board identified 27 strategic initiatives for 2018. They came from 4 themes. First, positioning municipal interests provincially and federally. Second, strengthening the municipal relationship. Third, focusing support on municipal capacity building, and also building more capacity within AMO. Highlighting 2 initiatives, one's not in the policy and advocacy work that you are more regularly seeing. Last year, we tested a new conference delegation registration and badge system to great reviews. It is now the permanent system, eliminating long lineups, ideally, and also incorporating more efficiency. Another of the board's initiatives was to undertake a significant role in reporting the outcomes of the 2018 municipal election with real-time local results. Working with major broadcasters, We developed a website that tracked results of all 444 municipal governments. The site gathered almost 200,000 hits. The support for municipal returning officers was instrumental in its success. Check out the annual report for more information. I know you would agree that we got results. Frankly, municipal governments work hard and achieve amazing outcomes too. Yet municipal governments don't brag about them. Watch for some of that bragging on the screens today. There will be some municipal examples that you can take home and use. In terms of the financial report, the association is in solid financial position. The 2018 audited financial statements reflects $3.7 million in unrestricted net assets. These funds help us undertake research, develop programs, and other activities that return value to members. There are two restricted surplus funds. One is the multi-year federal gas tax program that we administer. This is the permanent formula-based federal funds transferred annually to your municipality by AMO, and it was spoken about. We are using this model to deliver the 2-year, $26 million OMAFRA Main Street funding program. This is the other restricted reserve. Both programs are straightforward, allocation-based process with outcomes and audit reporting along the way. A very mature and a very efficient approach. That is my report, and I ask for a mover and a seconder to receive the report. Alan Thompson, mover, seconder, Gary McNamara, thank you very much. And I request all those in favor, please, with a show of hands. Thank you. Any opposed? Thank you. That is my official report for the financial section. Now we turn to this next portion of the AGM, which is going to deal with 3 proposed bylaws, bylaw amendments put forward to your board of directors. Several circumstances have triggered the proposed amendments to bring clarity to a few sections of the bylaw. So we're going to put up, so you'll see on the slide here the different pieces. Notification was given to members on July 15th providing the proposed amendments. They'll be projected on the screen and they will be so that you can read them. You can also find them in the app. Helping me is Pat Vanini and Lorna Reuter. Staff are also here to support us for this procedure. In the front row is Fred Dean, our parliamentarian, if I need to call on him. So please listen carefully as I outline the voting process. Eligible voting delegates are municipal elected officials from municipal governments with paid AMO membership for 2019. The persons eligible to vote have a bright green colored lanyard holding their name badge. When the vote is called, you will hold up your bright green lanyard and stand. I will briefly explain the 3 amendments and call for a mover and seconder, and then call for any questions. When I call for the vote, you hold up your lanyard, as I said, and stand. I will call for those in favor of the proposed amendment, followed by those against. We have staff as spotters throughout the hall if we have a close vote. Again, voting is by qualified delegates who are municipally elected officials with paid membership in 2019. Delegates that meet this qualification have the green lanyard. So let's proceed. So the first amendment is on, and I will read through here. So the explanation for this, the first proposed amendment is to section 9.1D, the nomination process for candidates of the board of directors. At present, qualified candidates must submit a resolution of support of their council at the time for call of nominations. This provision remains. However, new wording is proposed that clarifies what happens if a board member who is an elected official changes municipal jurisdiction for the October municipal election, which is after the AGM board elections. This may result in more than one representative at a municipality. The principle is to see as many jurisdictions represented on the board rather than more than one person from one jurisdiction. So I will now call for qualified delegates to vote. I will need a mover and a seconder for the proposed amendment. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Sorry, I'll need your name. Did you get that? And a seconder, please. Over here. Get that? Thank you. Does anyone wish to speak to the amendment? If not, then by show of lanyards, please stand if you agree with the proposed amendment. Just hold up your lanyards, please. Thank you. Now, please stand if you are opposed. So that is carried. Thank you very much. So turning to the second amendment. This second proposed amendment is to section 3.4 of the bylaw dealing with those caucuses for which they have decided to have a municipal staff official eligible to be elected to the caucus. The wording of the two new subsections is on the screen. The intent is to deal with timing and consent where the staff board member changes municipal employer. Currently, the bylaw provides for the status to continue. However, there is no timing or consent provision for the new municipal employer. Well, this provides that. So again, I will turn to our procedure. So I'll call for all qualified delegates to vote and call for a mover and seconder, and I will go to this side. Sorry, if you could stand and say your name. Neil Garvey. Okay. And seconder? Alan Thompson. Thank you. Alan Thompson. Does anyone wish to speak to the amendment? All right, then. I would call for all those in favor to please stand and raise your lanyard. Thank you very much. And any opposed, please stand and raise your lanyard. Okay, so there is one. Okay, that is carried. Thank you. Our final amendment is on the screen now. And currently the bylaw is silent on a leave of absence of a board member. The proposed wording is on the screen and provides for a provision that acknowledges the ability to make a request and that the board would make a decision on the merits of that request for a leave. All right, so I will now call for qualified delegates to vote. I need, again, a mover and a seconder, please. Lynn Dolan, moving, seconding. Chris? Do you have Chris's? Chris? No. Gary McNamara? Yeah, Gary. All right. Thank you with that. So, does anybody wish to speak to the amendment? Great, thank you. And to show that you're in favor, if you would like to vote in favor, please stand and raise your lanyard. Thank you very much. Any opposed, please stand and raise your lanyard. That is carried. That concludes the amendments to the bylaw. Thank you very much.
Some more good news. This is the point in the agenda where we honor the PJ Marshall Award winners this year. I'd like to call onto the stage President McGarvey and the Honourable Steve Clark, who are going to assist me in this event. I'm just going to do a little quick note about what the PJ Marshall Innovation Awards is about. Having heard Max early this morning talk about that award, that word innovation, it's been around for quite a while in terms of the PJ Marshall Roads. It is to recognize projects that demonstrate the use of different approaches to improve capital sources or operating efficiencies, to generate effectiveness, and that uses alternative service delivery initiatives and partnerships. And there's no lack of projects. Municipal governments are always working on efficiencies, and every year the jury for this award sees municipal creativity in projects that actually make a real difference. So this year, there are 3 municipal governments who are finalists: the Region of York, the Municipality of Grey Highlands, and the City of Markham. And each of them are wondering whether they placed with a Certificate of Merit, which is like a runner-up, or a plaque award, which means you are the winner. So let me say, all of you are plaque awards. So each project, the reason for the difference between a plaque and a certificate is that a plaque award demonstrates all 5 criteria for the award. So for the audience, you're here, this is your value added. It's something you can take away, you can learn from it. One of the criteria was the ability to do some transference. And quite frankly, also, one of the projects had a really good partnership with the province, which is always worthwhile celebrating. So let me begin with the City of Markham. Markham is being awarded for its textile recycling program, a program aimed at reducing the amount of textiles going into landfill and the unregulated use of used clothing bins. I know most of you have probably seen those. So why is this project important? Here's the national scale of the problem. Canadian consumers produce 60 to 88 pounds of textile waste a year, and 85% of that is thrown away. In York Region, it amounts to 7% of its waste stream. So, Markham partnered with registered charities to reband donation containers placed across the city at public and private locations. Since the project was launched in late 2016, over 14 million pounds of unwanted textiles has been diverted to reuse and recycling activities and in the hands of legitimate charities. And might I add, I've been a contributor. Leveraging community partnerships with local registered charities sees the charities servicing and maintaining the Markham donation bins. Proceeds from the textile donations stay with the charity and actively support local employment and community services. Reuse and recycling textiles is making a difference in Markham. So please welcome Claudia Marsalis, Senior Manager in Waste Environmental Management, and Jack Heath, Regional Counsel, Region of York. Congratulations, City of Markham. So moving from a large municipal government to a smaller one, Grey Highlands, like many others, sees the value of internet and online services. So, what made Grey Highlands different? Certainly the app and what it provides citizens is proving to be an effective outcome, allowing residents to report potholes, do online purchase of services, receive emergency information, but more importantly, it demonstrated problem solving. Where there was a small budget, limited staff resources, and an abundant spirit of can-do. All of this is topped off with a move to make a third-party website that gave the municipality the control over development, design, updating, and maintenance. Updating forms on its website meant that they were more user mobile app friendly. So from the testing phase to trial phase to final approval, the citizens of Grey Highlands are adopting the app. So please welcome to the stage Mayor Paul McQueen and Karen Mills, Interim CAO and Treasurer, to receive this award. If you got really good eyes, you'll see the app. So, finally, the Region of York. We all know that whenever a provincial offense ticket goes to trial, the issuing officer must attend to testify, and if not, the case might be dismissed. The cost in both time and money to have an officer travel from their district to a court can be high. The region's IT services branch was asked by its court services and York Regional Police to look at using internet and video technology to offer remote testimony. After evaluation work, the province's Justice Video Network, JVN for short, was identified as the best solution. As with most IT projects, quick and easy are not necessarily the buzzwords. The region and the province and service provider dealt with a number of hurdles to clear, including legal, procurement, timing, and changing court procedures. With commitment and time, those hurdles were all cleared. Improved service, partnership, clear outcomes, and a successful business case in keeping police and communities, that is a success story. Service delivery will continue to improve as more police districts add JVN technology and also possibly to police vehicles. It also means court scheduling capacity will grow. So be careful if you're driving through York Region. York Region, this is the really important part. York Region has done the hard work with this project, making it easier for other Ontario municipalities to adopt it. The JVN is changing its business model to accommodate requirements of municipal courts. Other law enforcement organizations, including the OPP, are considering being adopters. This is a win-win-win, except for perhaps the person holding the provincial offense ticket. So, welcome York Regional Chair Wayne Emerson and York Regional Solicitor Joy Hulton to the stage to receive their award. Woo! So, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2019 PJ Marshall Awards. One more round of applause for the winners. Thank you very much.